Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is how to look cute in less than 10 minutes. This is a very natural, very easy makeup look, kind of like emphasizing your own features. I haven't done a makeup video in so long, but I feel like I'm coming in with a bang because this one is probably the best that I've ever come up with. Starting off with skincare, at the moment, I've actually completely run out of moisturizer. All I've been doing in the mornings is putting on the Professional Tighten Tone. This is their pore refining AHA and PHA foam. It literally comes out like that, and I just rub it into my face really gently at night and in the morning, and it gives my skin the most incredible glow. So beautiful. So I use that morning and night, and usually I use the Avene Sickle Fade. I've just run out last night, so this morning I've gone moisturizer free, but it's fine because the actual makeup we're doing today is very hydrating. Then every single morning without fail, I use Bondi Sands tanning foam, and I always put a little bit of this just on the back of a mitt like so. Get like a tiny little brush, and I always sculpt my nose. I did it last night so you can still kind of see last night's contour, but I always just add a little bit on the tip of my nose, underneath. It brings in a lot of dimension into the face. I also put some on my lips as well. Then I also bring some out here near my eye. It looks a bit funny without any other makeup on, but it lasts all day under makeup. So even if your makeup comes off during the day, you're still going to see those main parts of your face contoured. And for me, that's my nose, because I do have a little bit of a bump in my nose from when I ran into a mirror when I was little. Arguably, the most important part, in my opinion, is the base. I found my new Holy Grail product, the Glossier foundation. This is their Stretch Fluid Foundation in the shade Medium 5. This stuff is glass skin in a bottle. It is amazing. The coverage is so good. It literally lasts all day. I love it. I use this pretty much every single day. If I want something a little bit more light coverage, like say my skin's doing really well, it doesn't really need much coverage, I'll go in with my Kosas tinted face oil. Sometimes I even mix the two depending on the kind of look that I want, but I think today, because I'm going to be out most of the day, I'm going to just use the Glossier foundation. Always just give it a little bit of a shake. Apply it on the back of my hand. I'll do maybe one pump, I would say. Brush that I use is this one. It's the Mecca Cosmetica sculpting brush. It's like their contour one. And I always just take a little bit on my hand like so. Just put it all over my face. See how just flawless that looks. And I have texture on my face. You can't really tell on camera, but I do have some atrophic acne scars just around my cheek, and the fact that this just makes my skin look so healthy, I'm obsessed. After you've got your foundation on, the next step is concealer. I'm currently using a sample from It Cosmetics, the shade Medium 6, I think. And I can't remember which one this is. It went viral. It's for your under eyes, but it's really full coverage, and it has the most beautiful finish on the skin. Again, complexion is by far the most important part about this whole look. I tend to do things a little bit backwards, so I actually usually go in with eyeliner at this point, and I just use the Mecca Max. This is the shade Brown Eyed Girl, and I always just smudge it on really messily. Like, do not be neat with this, it's fine. And I use my finger to just smudge it out. Again, this makeup routine has no structure to it. Really just try and focus on emphasizing the features when I do my liner. And definitely try this because it looks good on so many people. Try and just follow your lash line instead of bringing it up or down. Like, just try and follow it out. Smudge it out. It makes your eyes look a lot wider and it gives that really nice doe-eyed effect. For brows, because I don't really need like any brow pen or anything, you just go in with a brow setter, and this is the one by Mecca, Power Brow Stronghold Gel Brow Guru, and I just use this every single day. I love the effect that it gives. Probably one of my favorite parts. This is the Mecca Max Off Duty Contour Stick, and I love this product so much. If you follow me on TikTok, you'll see me use this all the time. I use it every single day. I always apply it on the highest points of my face, and this is a tip for people who have round faces. Keep your contour shade high up here. It really helps to emphasize a cheekbone. And I always do it like this along my jaw. And my favorite is going back over my nose. Give it more of like an upturned appearance. The brush, I just use the Refy Beauty brush. This is their, I think it's like the only brush they have. And I just gently pat it into the skin. We don't want to remove any of the foundation underneath. I want to kind of gently I'm gonna go in with the Refy Beauty Cream Bronzer in the shade Tan. And I am just gonna put this again on the high points of my face, all over the forehead, because this is where the sun naturally hits first. Makes you look the most naturally tanned. Jawline. Now for one of my favorite parts, I'm going in with that same contour shade, using this little like eyebrow brush, pointy end of it, to just dot on some faux freckles. This is by far my favorite part. And I do this every day without fail. It makes the makeup look so much more natural. Don't be afraid to just be really messy with it either. At the same time that I do the freckles, I'll go in and quickly use the same shade on my eyes. Bring it out again. We want it to be very doe-eyed, very natural. Just gonna pat all the freckles into my skin with a clean brush. This is the RMS Beauty Redimension Hydra Powder Blush in the shade Sangria. Blush is amazing. I'm going to show you where to put it on your face. When it comes to blush, if you want it to not drag your face down, you don't have to just keep it high up on your cheekbones here. I actually like to keep my blush right here. I feel like this helps to really, really lift the face. Like, I don't know if you guys can look at the difference. And I always add around the bridge of my nose, a little bit on my forehead and on my chin, and I like to kind of bring it up and then out like that. I don't know if you guys can see the way that emphasizes cheekbone, but it works every single time. For mascara today, I'm going to be using the Glossier Lash Slick, and this is the shade Brown. Been really into brown mascara lately, especially with the tones that I use on my face, like all the earthy tones. This mascara does not provide much color, but it definitely does lengthen your lashes. I always add like a bit on my brow. Because I just want to add a little bit more emphasis on the freckles, I'm going to go back in with my eyeliner this time. And this is more of a cool toned brown. This is the CoverGirl Perfect Blend eyeliner in the shade 110 brown. And I just dot this in, mainly on my nose. Look really natural. At my face today, I'm going to be using the Kosas Loud Set in the shade Softly. Again, I love this product. I've been using it for years now, and I just very gently mainly focus this down here, to be honest, because I don't really want to go over the top of my blush if I can avoid it, and then pack it on my forehead as well. Finally, for lips, I'm going to be using the Mecca Max lip liner in the shade Plush, and I'm just going to be lining my lips. I already have a little bit of this on from earlier. To finish everything off, I'm going to go in with an eyeshadow. This is the shade All That by Mecca Max. And I used that same little brush that I used for my faux freckles. I'm actually going to put this on my lips. I'm going to get my mirror because I don't want to mess this up. But I just go in and trace and set my lip line. I'll then usually go back and just add a little bit to the bridge of my nose. Sometimes if I'm feeling like I really need it, I'll actually use that same shade, put it on this really fluffy brush, dot it where I put my blush. And we are all done.